So we're talking about emotions today, and this one gets me really excited because like a few years ago, I shouldn't even be the one in front of your camera right now talking to you about emotions because I just couldn't deal with emotions. Like I didn't know how to master my emotion. And because I've learned some things, which I'm not perfect yet, not saying I am perfect, but because I've learned some things, I just thought it's right to only share this. And who else would do it better if not from someone who is coming out of that pit hole of not knowing how to control their emotions? So if this sounds like you, this sounds like something you would love to watch, then keep watching. So emotion is a big topic, and a lot of us, in fact, every human being would feel some sort of emotion. It could be anger, it could be fear, whatever the emotion is, we actually would feel emotions every day. And I believe that, like, you know how like they say, I want to be an it girl. An it girl is someone who journals and all of that. I personally believe like an it girl is someone who knows how to control her emotion or his emotion, just knowing how to react to things, how to think about things. If you've hacked that, then like you're truly the it girl or the it boy, because that's where like the true patience, that's where it's at. Okay, so if this is your first time seeing my face here, my name is Grace, and I do talk about like different topics about life experiences, just life in general, what I'm learning as I'm growing, and just sharing all the things that I have up here and I like to talk about. If this sounds like you, don't forget to give my channel a like and subscribe, put on the notification so you just know when I've posted. Okay, so let's talk about what you're here for today. Emotions is one that you have to understand that the first things first, it's never about you, okay? It has nothing to do with you. It's not about you. No matter how that situation may look like it's about you, it's never about you. An example, like you're having an argument with your partner or your friend, you're not the one who started that argument, okay? Like you're just on your own and someone comes to look for your trouble. The normal human reaction is to actually like react, okay? But at the point where you start to realize that it has nothing to do about you rather than the other person who's brought that energy to your corner, that's where you would begin to start mastering your emotion. So I'd like to just say that separating yourself from people and how people feel. Don't let people's emotions, what they're feeling. Someone it's angry and they come to speak to you. Of course, they're going to talk to you in a way that reflects what they're feeling. So if you can't differentiate that, okay, I don't have to respond to this person because they just spoke to me in a way that I don't like, and that's because they're angry. I'm not saying that people should get away with their nonsense, but I'm just saying that at that point, you just excuse yourself because you just know that you can't have a conversation with that person right now because that person isn't in the right frame of mind. So what that happens now is that already removes you from a scene of arguing with the person, complaining, or even having to get to the point where you fight. That's because you've just realized that, okay, this person is not okay. I'm not going to engage in that with this person because, okay, I don't want it. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you just take yourself out of every situation. You've taken yourself out of that because you're able to control and master the act of knowing that it's not about you in any way. Hope that makes sense. I'll say the second thing now is you need to let go of perception. Oh God, this one is really big for me, okay? So I'm someone who would always think about how people would perceive me each time I want to like do something or act a certain way. I would think about how people perceive me, okay? So this might contradict like what I'm saying at first, but I'm just giving an example. Say you walk into a room and you're supposed to speak and you don't speak because you don't want people to think that you're like so arrogant, or you don't want to think people would tell you that you're acting like someone that knows it all. When you get to a room where you need to speak, oh my God, my brothers, my sisters, you have to speak. Make sure you're speaking. Make sure you don't care about whoever is around you. Like, do it because that's what you have to do at that point. And don't care about how you're going to be perceived, whether the other person is going to feel like, why are you just the one only speaking. I'm saying this in an office setting now, okay? So in an office setting, you go for a meeting, like it's something you are aware of, is a topic that you really know, and then you just don't speak because you don't want people to think like, oh, she's doing too much in this meeting. No, like you have to stand up for yourself. You have to speak when you want to speak. So just like the other one where I said, like, you walk away from that situation because you know that person is not in the right frame of mind. With this one, you speak and stay in a situation, not because like you want to work away as the bigger person. No, you're doing it for yourself. So there are times where you have to do things for yourself and don't care about what people would perceive of you. Even if people feel like you talk too much, or people feel like you want to be the one who knows it all, like the I too know it all kind of person, please don't care about it. As long as that is making you feel good, making you feel the right emotions, you're proud of yourself for doing that. Don't ever not speak up because of how you be perceived. So that's another way to control your emotions and master what you're feeling and how to act at each point. Because most times, I would use myself as an example. Most times when I would do that, for an example, not speaking up when I'm supposed to, I go back and I hit myself really bad because I'm like, why did I even do that? I start regretting, I start feeling even bad for not doing that. So I'm done thinking of how people perceive me and just doing what I want to do. I even heard something the other day while I was scrolling through Instagram. She said that if you're still thinking about what people would perceive about you, then you're not even ready for success. And that's actually the truth. So until you let go of that emotion of, oh, I don't want to be perceived in a certain type of way, then I don't think you're ready to succeed, okay? Because everyone would perceive you differently. So another emotion I feel like people also struggle with is like negative emotions. And we as human beings, we all have it. We do have negative emotions. Sometimes, for an example, like just starting out this YouTube channel again, I've been on YouTube since 2017, on and off. Even when I wanted to start again by just talking about like things that I talk about now, I had this fear and this negative thought that, will people even listen to me? Would people, if this girl has gone up and down every time, she's come on YouTube and said, hello, welcome back to my channel, and then she's gone out and we don't hear from her in 2 years. So I had all those emotions, like all those negative emotions just filled in my heart. I always felt like, is there any point coming back anymore? Like YouTube is gone, people don't even remember me, like just self-doubting myself. And I feel like as humans, we talk ourselves out of things a lot. The minute you recognize that you're telling yourself those things, you're just looking for a way to not do those things, then that's when you have to start doing it. And that's exactly what I've done with my channel right now. So when I did have that conversation with myself, and I started feeling those negative emotions, like those self-doubts, like, will people watch me? Do I know what I'm even going to even talk about? Things like that. That's when I picked up my phone and this very tiny mic here, guys. I don't even have a very cute setup right now. This is all I'm using, and my iPhone 13. That's literally what I'm using to record right now. I had to pick up everything and run with it because I knew that if I started to wait for, okay, I want to get a camera, which I do want to get, but it's something that I'm planning for, but I've just told myself that wouldn't stop me from starting. So what's my point here? The minute you start to feel any negative thought about something, then just know that that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, just run for it. Whatever that thing is it a business that you're thinking of starting, and then you start thinking, oh, will people buy? I don't have good followings on social media, this, that. My brothers, my sisters, that's when you should pick up whatever that idea is and run with it, okay? So that's another way of mastering what emotions you're feeling and knowing how to just deal with it and the best way to deal with it. Hope that makes sense. Another emotion we also feel as humans generally is also jealousy. I feel like jealousy is very, very much healthy. Jealousy means that you have recognized that you can't have that thing that person has, but you just haven't done what you need to do about it. So an example, I see like people thriving on YouTube. Okay, people who I knew, like I started YouTube just even way before, and they're thriving right now on YouTube. I feel jealous sometimes because it's like, oh my God, if I had continued with YouTube, like, I was very consistent, I could have been where they are. But it was a healthy jealousy because that helped me realize that the only thing separating me from where these people are is myself, because I didn't go ahead to do what they've been doing. Those people put in the effort and now they're being rewarded for their effort. So why would I be jealous badly for what they have? So I do feel like jealousy is good if you're doing it the right way. But if you start to feel jealous of someone, like it's at the point where you're wishing them bad, you're thinking, oh, they shouldn't have this, I should be the one having it, then there's a problem with you. Like there's literally a problem. It's either you talk to God about it, you talk to somebody about it, you sit down and have conversations with yourself and ask yourself why you're feeling that type of way. That's the best thing you need to do, okay? So just recognizing that jealousy you feel, it's not the healthy type of jealousy, it's become like a toxic one, then you need to deal with it. Because what happens is, if you don't deal with it, you find out that you start, like, it's just an aura you start to carry around you, and that's definitely not good for anybody at all. So all in all I'm trying to say here, I've just made like 4 points right now on different emotions, but all in all, just knowing how you feel at each point in life would help you just navigate that situation and navigate that phase of life that you're in. So always master your emotions, talk to yourself, ask yourself questions. Why am I feeling like this? What led me to feeling like this? Like, have those questions with yourself, and then you become a master of your own emotions. You know when to speak, when not to speak, when to be quiet, like how to just do things. And that's what really that it girl is. Like, people will just see like, nothing gets to this person. Like, how does this person even control herself or himself? And I really hope this helps someone out there. Let me know in the comment section what other emotions that you feel like people can learn and how they can control it. And just let me know also what other videos you'd like to see, and I'm happy to talk you guys through it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also find me on other social media platforms. I did leave the link in my description as well. Until next time, have a good day. Bye bye.